Boy, I was at the game with Sard and Toby Greens. I think Sard's was better. Got the double elevation, as did Toby, but he took it at the highest point, which I love. A lot of people subscribing to the theory that they're from the purse, so we don't really care about them.
That's exactly what's happened there. And have you ever seen a cat at the football?
No, it was bizarre. I think if it is close, the Geelong boys will be having a little chat saying, hey, come to us, we'll feed you the ball. Whichever one of them is closest.
G'day, punters. Welcome to Chewing the Fat. Billy Brownless and Daisy Thomas. And Days, I know we're into round 20, but let me go back a week.
Yes.
Round 19. A magnificent round of footy, my friend. It had marks, it had goals, and there was even a cat at the footy.
Oh, how good was it, Bill? Goals after the siren, play-ons after the siren, resulting in draws. Oh. Just a ripping game of footy, some upsets as well. And, yeah, just ripping stuff, and you loved a lot of it.
Oh, we did, and we had a draw also. But what about the marks? So who had the best mark of the round? Sard or Toby Green or Georgiades?
Boy, I was at the game with Sard and Toby Greens. I think Sard's was better. Got the double elevation, as did Toby, but he took it at the highest point, which I love.
I like Toby. For me, the goals. Draper with another banana, if you don't mind. Also, Dacos.
Oh, how good.
Joshy boy. And Jamara.
No, Dacos for me. The degree of difficulty to get around the play with the handball, slap it down, get it to come back, 2 bounces, banana on the run. Yes, thanks.
He had to kick it, didn't he?
Oh, how good was it? The old man in the stands as well. Brilliant stuff.
And have you ever seen a cat at the football?
No, it was bizarre.
Just tucked in there.
The
Look,
pig
Frank wasn't happy.
No, cats, you know, I like cats, but wouldn't be taking mine to the footy.
Righto, let's have a look at this. This is magnificent. We're up to round 20, 4 home and away games to go. Who's going to win the premiership, Days?
I'm still pretty big on the D's, Bill, and I think they represent some real value now at $3.75. Their form's meant they've drifted a little bit in the market. They've been the favourites throughout the season until now. The Cats obviously going along beautifully, but I just think a little bit of a dip, getting some players back, priming for a big September. I still think they're the best team in the competition when they play their best football.
When they play their best footy. What about outside those two?
Sydney, well, they've arguably got the easiest run home, so you'd imagine they'd be finishing in the top 4. So $7.50 for them is some real value because they get the double chance and they've got match winners all over the park. The midfield very good, but then with Buddy and Heaney up forward, you wouldn't want to be coming up against them in September.
Fremantle currently 5th on the ladder. They are $15.
Second page
they're
of
out the door.
Yeah, it's interesting. A lot of people subscribing to the theory that they're from the purse, so we don't really care about them.
It's exactly what's happened there. I tell you what we have to drill down to is the top 4 odds because, as you said, I've had a look at the Sydney run home. They take on the Giants, North Melbourne, Pies and St Kilda. So a nice run home. So they should finish up top 4 and they are $1.45.
It's interesting there. Fremantle, $1.75. So the 5th favourite with PointsBet punters to finish in the top 4, but yet not really in the market to win the grand final.
That's right.
So if they do pinch a few games on the way home, give themselves a double chance, that $15 could be value, get a home final. You never know where that ends up. However, I think that top 4, probably not in that order. I'd have Sydney ahead of Melbourne, then Melbourne, Brisbane to finish out the top 4 with the Blues not making that top 4.
Who's been the best player this year and will take home Charlie Brownlow medal?
Well, I remember early days we sat down here, Bill. You told me Lachie Neale would win. I tipped the PointsBet punters into Clayton Oliver. They're both there in the top 3, so not bad by us. Pretty easy choices. But the man who splits them in the middle, Andrew Brayshaw, what a season he's had. And I like it for him. There's not too many who are going to pinch votes off him.
Well, having said that, I like Tuke Miller there.
Oh, yes.
At $13, so nice value there. And I don't know who's going to take votes off him at the Suns.
Yeah, the only question is, have they won enough games? Is the 8 wins on the season. Whether or not he gets the 3s or the 2s will be the difference in that, and that's where I think Brayshaw, Fremantle winning a lot of games, but he's been unbelievable, and even in their losses, he will definitely get the 2s. So I think that he'll be a big getter in the terms of maybe polling 10, 11, 12 games, but 3s or 2s.
Good point. 12.5 wins they've had, so very good point there. And the John Coleman medal, I like this because there's Charlie Curnow, who's been outstanding. He leads by 5 as we speak right now, 5 goals ahead of Jeremy Cameron and Tom Hawkins, but a big but, Bill. The last round of the season, which is going to be a cracker. I looked at that. Carlton played Collingwood, but Geelong, down at GMHBA Stadium, take on the West Coast Eagles, where historically they've just given them a touch-up. So I think if it is close, the Geelong boys will be having a little chat saying, hey,
come to us. We'll feed you the ball. Whichever one of them is closest, and there may be an upset in the last round for poor Chaz up the top there. So Jeremy Cameron, I think, will be the man, 325.
Oh, nice. I like that. Well done. You've had a good look ahead.
I have.
Well done to you, Daisy. What about the PointsBet app?
I've downloaded it. Takes a minute of your time to get access to all those markets and many, many more. And as always, please, Bill,
gamble responsibly.